I'm so glad you raised this. Hair grows about ½ an inch every month, so that's about this much. In a year, potentially you could retain about 6 inches of length. If you're like me and legit for the longest time your hair was in the same position, here are some things you can do to retain length this year. First off, sis mentions genetics. Genetics actually has a huge role to play in the growth phase of our hair cycle. This means each month your hair grows, but for some people, due to genetics, their hair grows for a longer period of time, but for some people throughout the whole month they've only got a few days for their hair to grow. The first thing you can do is to check your stress levels. If you are extremely stressed, this is actually going to have an impact on how many inches you can actually retain in 2023. When you're stressed, your body releases these hormones. It can make your hair to enter into the final phase of the cycle. When your hair enters that phase, it stops growing and it starts falling off, shedding, or you might notice like bald patches, or if you're like sis, your hair just seems to stay the same length. I'm gonna need you to cut off everything that's causing you stress and get your mental space in a good place in 2023. Next tip for if you've been doing everything and still your hair stays the same length is to try to reduce aggressively styling your hair. Sis mentions that she does her hair consistently. Because we have 4C hair, we've been trained to believe that our hair is tough, it's difficult, it's hard to manage. Sorry, excuse me. With that kind of mentality, of course, we are going to be very harsh on our hair, and what that can cause is more breakage. It means that we're not actually seeing the length, we're not actually seeing the inches. Essentially, what you want to do is be more gentle when you're detangling. Also as well, try to do more low manipulation. Get your hands out your hair. Believe it or not, 4C hair thrives from being braided. So my go-to styles are cornrows, braids, twists, even wearing wigs. Honestly, keeping your hair locked away and protected and safe and moisturized and clean will actually help you to retain inches this year. I'm running out of time, but I'll definitely do a part 2 on how you can retain more inches with 4C hair in 2023.